The Night is an Iranian-American film and has made news because it's the first American-produced film to be distributed in Iran in 4 decades. It was also produced by the folks behind the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's pretty cool and all, but the most important thing is it good? Let's find out. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights, a part of the Kings of Horror Network. I'm ML Miller. While you might be watching this video on the Kings of Horror Network, I urge you to click over to my ML Miller Frights YouTube page and give it a like. Please share with all of your buddies. Click subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. The Night is new in select theaters, on demand, and digital download from IFC Midnight Films. It's directed by Kourosh Ahari and written by Kourosh Ahari and Milad Jarmuz. The night opens at an Iranian home in the U.S. with a group enjoying dinner, drinks, a little weed, and board games. As the evening ends, Babak, played by Shahab Hosseini, loads up his infant daughter, Shabnam, and his wife Nida, played by Niusha Noor, into the SUV for a short trip home. Though Babak has been drinking, he insists on driving, much to Nida's frustrations. But after their GPS goes wonky and they get lost, they decide to find the closest hotel and get back on the road fresh in the morning. The Hotel Normandy is an ancient hotel with a strange night manager, played by George Maguire, who gives Babak and Nida a specific set of rules to follow and some cryptic soliloquies about witnessing many deaths in his lifetime. Though they are somewhat creeped out, they're too tired to care and head straight to their room. But just as they get settled in, strange things begin happening, and Babak and Nida find themselves trapped in the hotel and haunted by personal demons with no guarantee the morning will ever come. So are Babak and Nida in purgatory? Or hell, maybe? Did they get into some kind of fatal accident? Is it all a dream? Does Babak have a brain tumor and is hallucinating all of this? Is this hotel haunted? Does all of this have something to do with the tattoos both Babak and Nida just got? Or are they just batshit crazy? The Night stops short of giving us all of the answers, and if you need everything buttoned up by the end, this movie might leave you a bit frustrated. Still, The Night is a fantastically nightmarish descent into darkness, where you'll find yourself scanning the dark corners and cowering at what's about to leap out. The Night handles suspense and tension in such a patient and masterful way that it left my jaw aching from being clenched for so long while watching. This is no jump scare fest. Every jump and startle is deserved, solid, and hits home perfectly. The film does a fantastic job of making the couple flawed, but worth investing in. Sure, Babak is kind of a jerk for insisting to drive his wife and kid while drunk, but he still presents as a loving husband and father. Nida might be a bit nagging, but her love for her child and husband is undeniable. In very little time, we're made to know this, and that makes every dangerous turn they take so heavy and heart-wrenching. The Night is a story about secrets. Both Babak and Nida seem to have something they've been keeping from each other. And while there are many dangers to be had in the Hotel Normandy, the most dangerous aspect of the film is the dark secrets and the pride Babak and Nida seem to have blocking them from admitting these secrets to one another. This isn't your typical ghost story, but it does feature two people haunted by actions they've done in the past. As they begin to realize how trapped they really are, their own personal demons are the things that truly tear at them. It makes the horror feel all the more real as it seems Babak and Nida understand what they need to do to escape, yet are too much in denial to do it because they've been living with these secrets for so long. For that, this is such a more emotionally and psychologically resonant film. It touches you on a level that is much deeper than a typical haunted hotel flick. I've heard comparisons to The Shining made while talking about The Night, and I can see that, as both take place in a hotel that seems filled with dark happenings. But as with Jack and Wendy in The Shining, the true terrors seem to come from within, making it a much more palpable horror than you might be used to. It's interesting that this is a film featuring an Iranian couple. While the Iranian culture is definitely present in the film, which is partially in Farsi and partially in English, and while some of the sins of the past that Babak and Nida are directly tied to their upbringing and religion, The issues they're dealing with are universal in the weight these past sins carry. Many people were won over by the Persian-Iranian film Under the Shadow, and while there were resonant moments and themes to that film, I found it to be too steeped in the culture to resonate with me. While the ghostly sheet that haunted that film might have meant something to people of that culture, to me it was just a flapping sheet, and it really left me cold. With The Night, there's no cultural rift, and I feel that it's a film that will terrify no matter what your background. It's one of those across-the-board, simply scary films that transcends culture, and I absolutely love it for being able to do that. The Night has some marvelous performances. George Maguire is absolutely unnerving as the night manager. He's very much like Lloyd or Grady from The Shining, but carries a unique ghostly menace all its own. It's a small part, but one that really adds to the ever-present terror found in every room and corridor of the hotel. But both Shahab Hosseini and Nyosha Noor are compelling and three-dimensional as Babak and Neda. As I said before, they're not perfect people, but still manage to make you care for their safety and the safety of their child. That's no easy feat to do, and both actors do it marvelously. I was blown away by The Night. Rich in the atmospheric drab and dimness of the hotel, an unflinching way that it doles out one level of terror after another, The Night is not a fluffy or forgettable popcorn flick. It's a patient film that slowly crawls into the deepest folds of your mind and settles there for an uncomfortably long time. It's so good. This one is so good. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down below in the comments and let me know how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. So guys, you know how YouTube works. I'd love to be able to dedicate more time to this channel. I'm not monetized yet, so if you want to help me out, remember to hit all the pertinent bells and whistles down below. Want some spooky comics to read? I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Both Grave Trancers and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, can be found in only the finest of comic book shops. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on my website, mlmillerwrites.com. If you really want to show your support, I also have a Patreon page at mlmiller. Look for the link to my Patreon page down below. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're